How can you justify turning your back on your own people? How can you justify that? How could you justify self-hate? Now, let me get to the point. Now, we have this thing that we call coons. But some of these coons don't get it. Because they don't understand why we call them coons. And if there's any of you coons out there that is still wondering why you getting called a coon, let me kind of clarify what a coon is. And for those of different races, let me explain to you what a coon is. A coon is somebody that is black but don't like being black. A coon is a person that has forgotten what their people have been through. A coon is a person that don't care about what their people have been through. A coon is a black person that believes they owe the people in the past nothing. A coon is a person that don't appreciate the fact that if it wasn't for people that died for them, that they would not be living the life they're living today. Those are coons. Coons are the worstest thing that has ever been developed in America. Because coons make it harder for real black people. Black people that really want to be black, that remember where they come from. Those that appreciate their ancestors' blood, in the shedding of their blood, in the life that they given to make things better for us. Coons prohibit real black people from progressing because they go on the other side. They go to the enemy side and they help them against their own people. This in any world is called treason. Treason amongst your people. See, in any situation, even in war, when a person that is in the same army turn their back and go to the other side is the most terrible thing you can do. And this is what a coon does. A coon turns around, leaves the very people that they've been fighting with, and they go to the other side and they fight against the very people they were fighting with from the beginning. So, if you are a coon and you are listening to this video, maybe you don't even know you're a coon. Maybe you think you're an okay guy. Maybe you think you're just a modern black person. And maybe you think that you're just trying to live in the new age or the new time. Maybe you're a black person that say, hey, I don't want to remember those things in the past. Okay. Now, is that understandable to me? No. Because forgetting what your people have been through is treason. There's nobody else talking about forgetting what their people have been through. Why should we? Why black people tend to do things that other races don't do, like bash each other on videos, or bash black women, or bash black men? Why do we do things that other races don't do, like wanting to forget their past? There's no other race in the world that wants to forget their past but us. That what makes it just hard to stomach some of these coons sometimes, because they want you to forget what happened. They want you to forget what's going on today. Now, I will forget everything when the things that happened back then has no effect in today. What I mean by that is when they start giving us the same amount of time in jail or the same amount of time in the courtroom or the same amount of treatment, then I will forget the past. See, the past is still in the present. The fact that they are still killing us in the street, the fact that there's still racism in America, there's no reason to let go. Now, if you want black people to let go, then give us a reason to let go. Like, stop being racist. Like, give us the equal opportunity that you give everybody else. You know what I mean? And then we'll forget. Because until then, as long as there's racism, you're going to keep the past in our memories. Because every time you're racist towards us, we think back about how racist thing was back then. So you are literally bringing us back to the past. So if you want black people to let this slave thing go and let this experience of slavery in America go, then let racism go. And when you let racism go, then we'll let it go. But back to the coons. Now, I can't understand what makes a coon tick because I'm not a coon. So I really don't understand the fullness of it. But I like to say this. And this is what I want to say to you coons out there. How could you dare turn your back on your people? How could you dare turn your back on your race? How could you dare even open up your mouth to tell another person that you hate your race? You are the worstest thing that ever happened. You're worse than the Ku Klux Klans. You're worse than anything that has been developed in any weapons that have been used against black people. You are the worstest thing that happened since AIDS. You're worse than cancer, AIDS, and diabetes put together. You're worse than dog vomit. Because out of all the things that we have been through, you dare turn your back on your people? Out of all the things that we have been through, there should be no other people that should stick together more than us. Black people should be the most unified people on the planet because out of everybody, we have the most reason to stick together. We have the most reasons to stay down with each other. We have the most reasons to say, you know what, we better stick together. Because if we don't stick together, we're going to fall apart. And when you fall apart, you're more easy to be attacked. And you see it. The farther that we drive ourselves apart, the easier people are able to attack us and use us against each other. Wake up. Understand what's going on. They try to tell us every day that we got problems. Do I believe we got problems? Yeah, I believe everybody got problems. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, everybody got problems. Everybody got holes in their races. Everybody got deadbeat fathers in their races. Everybody got lazy people in their races. Everybody got murderers and people that steal things and dope fiends and thieves. Every race, there's every race of dope fiends. Dope doesn't discriminate. Why do we put all these things on black people's shoulders as if we invented all these things, as if we're the only people that are doing these things? Utterly ridiculous. It's time to wake up and become more intelligent than what you are. You people are done fell asleep, and you coons, y'all the worstest thing that have ever been created or ever manifested in the black race. You're worthless, you're sorry, and you're weak because how could you even see turning the other cheek and becoming an enemy to your own race? You're worse than dog vomit. How could you even want to even see what it does? What it really does, it really lets me know about who you are. It lets me know that you aren't good for nothing. That you're so weak that you can't stand up and fight to be black. You would rather bow down like a pussy. You'll rather kiss the feet of your oppressor. You are worse than a motherfucking outcast. You are worse than dog vomit. You're the worstest thing that have ever happened to Black America. You are worthless. You need to go look in the mirror, redefine yourself, or you need to go find you need to go find the highest bridge and jump off of it. Because you're worser than anything that have ever happened to this race. Point blank, period. So I'm done with this video. And another thing, let's go back to one thing. Yeah, we do have a problem. Black people, we do have a problem. They tell us we got this, we got that, we're this. They always telling us on TV that we got the highest cases of diabetes, we got the highest cases of blood pressure. They try to keep in your mind that you're messed up, and they try to tell you you're messed up every damn day. But I'm gonna tell you what black people problem really is. You want to know what black people problem really is? I'm gonna tell you what our biggest problem is. America, kiss my ass.